Tyson, first of all, can you give us an update on your eye, please? Your eye injury?
Yes, 45 days later, or 40 days rather. I need another 60 days, I'm told, for it to be back to normal. 100 days, 1% per day. So I've been told, but I'm not an expert.
So what was your thinking about taking on this particular project with the potential for any kind of mishap?
Yeah, well, I was at home minding my own business and I get a phone call on a Wednesday afternoon. Would you be interested in potentially working with the WWE in the future? So I said, yeah. And I said, but how long in the future? I would go back and sort it out. And all this stuff takes all time and back and forwards, months and years and whatever, and nothing ever happens. So I said, I wouldn't be interested in doing it in the future, but I'd be interested in doing it now. So he said, right, no problem, let me work on that. I get a phone call at 7 p.m. on Wednesday night. And they said, right, okay, would you be interested in, first of all, it was like doing a refereeing job or something, star referee. Then I said, nah, I'm not interested in being a referee. But I said, oh, I'm interested in having a fight. It's like, okay, let's sort this out. Sort it out. I was on the plane the next day at 6 a.m. in the morning, Thursday morning, flew to Los Angeles and went to that new opening on Fox, SmackDown on Friday night. And we had a big kick-off and that was it. Balls rolling. Here we go. Then we sorted out the rest of the deal from there.
And this was all post-Otto Valley?
Yeah. Just was like a week after the fight.
So what's your thinking about now? You said not the future, but now. Why?
Because I know I have a cut on my face, so I've got 100 days to do nothing. Apart from be at home and chill out. But I know I've got a month of chilling out December. So I wanted to keep active, keep on my toes and stay busy.
So what have you said to the organisers here about your eye and restrictions?
I haven't said anything, because what will be, will be.
Are you thinking that realistically February 2020 for the Deontay Wilder rematch is not feasible anyway?
Why is that?
Because of your injury, but also if Deontay Wilder's fighting at the end of November, you need some downtime
I spoke
afterwards.
to Bob about this and I said, what happens if he has a tough fight with Ortiz at the end of the month? He said, doesn't matter, they're going to fight anyway. You're going to fight anyway in February 22nd, so I'm happy with that.
So what's your thinking then after this, in terms of boxing training, sparring? What are the timelines?
I don't do any boxing training or sparring until I'm in training camp. You know, I train every day, but like cardio and fitness and strength conditioning and stuff. But I never do any boxing training outside of training camp anyway. You know, so I won't start camp until middle of January. So I'll go away, I'll have 6-week training camp. I believe I don't need any more than 6 weeks training camp because I'm already on weight going into camp. I'm already fit. So we work on a bit of boxing stuff and that's it really, a bit of sparring, 3 weeks of sparring, we're in.
So it's almost throwback to the 70s heavyweights where they're always preparing for a fight. So they've got that locker full of fitness. It hasn't
always been that way, as you know. It's been very different in the past. Usually I would come out the fight, put 6 stone on, have a big mountain to climb back up on the way in the next fight, and I'd sap all my energy in the gym, and it'd be very taxing and I wouldn't want to go back. This time I fight at anywhere between 18.5, 18.10, a bit lower maybe, and I walk around at the same weight. I'm the same weight today as when I fought Tom Schwartz, 18 stone 11. I don't go up anymore because I watch what I eat now and I train every day. I do cardio and weights every single day. I only have Sundays off. So I go into these camps already fit, already ready to fight. On the day I go to camp, then I've got another 6 weeks of, 3 weeks of boxing stuff like pad work and all that sort of stuff, and then 3 weeks of sparring, and then we go fight, that's it.
You've always told me how keen a student of boxing you are, in particular the heavyweight division.
Yeah.
Is there anything you've learned in your limited time in the WWE world that can transfer to boxing, whether it's your own personal experiences and benefits or the sport as a whole can learn
Not
from
really.
as well?
It's totally different, WWE and boxing. Apart from the entertainment factor, they're like the show business side, which I produce in boxing too. That's the only thing that's the same. But the actual physical side of it is different. There's no grabbing and throwing on the floor in boxing, because you get chucked out for that after 1 or 2 warnings anyway. So who knows? I might grab Wilder and power slam him to the floor.
Forget where you are.
Suplex him across the ring.
Do you think that this involvement might actually make the Wilder rematch bigger because it spreads your appeal, in particular in the States?
Yeah, for sure, 100%.
Does that give you more kind of bargaining power as to when it happens? Whatever the
I think the
contract
date's been locked
stipulations
in
are.
for Feb 22nd, providing he wins. And other than that, I don't think it's going to make a difference when it happens. I want it to happen in February, get it out of the way. I can crack on with me summer then. Maybe have another fight in the summer, rematch, and then who knows what happens in December. Hopefully I'll have 3 fights next year. Wilder in February, Wilder in June, and then maybe a farewell fight in December. Who knows, Derek Chisora back at the MEN, or back at Old Trafford even the first time.
You said Bob Arum thinks that even if Wilder and Ortiz is a tough fight, your rematch will happen. How do you see Wilder and Ortiz going?
I'm not really sure. It was a tough fight last time, but it's been, how long has it been? Over a year, has it? Well over a year.
March of 2018, yeah.
Yeah, so it's like
18 months.
Yeah, it's been 18 months. He's another 18 months older, so if he was 46 18 months ago, he's got to be close to 50 now. In reality, we don't know how old this guy is. So, it's a young man's game, and I think Ortiz is just too old, for sure. 15 years ago, it would have been a different fight.
This is happening in Saudi Arabia. When the Anthony Joshua Ruiz rematch was announced, there was a lot of flack flying around. Do you have any reservations about going to Saudi?
I'm just a prize fighter, I just go wherever I'm told, and that's it. If it's on the moon, then I'm off to the moon. See you there. Bring your skates. So, it's I don't get involved in politics or religion or anything like that. I'm just a boxer, a sporting man, and I'm there to entertain the fans.
And going back to what I was saying about you and studying of history, and there's like Muhammad Ali and Inoki in a wrestling match in Japan.
Yeah.
Are you aware of that and what that might do in terms
I'm
of your
aware,
profile?
and I just learned something new, that Ali, from that fight, he got thrombosis in his legs, and he wasn't able to do things that he once was after the fight. So that's something to listen to. I only just learned that. Jeff told me recently. So that's new. But I'm
Which
not
kind of
worried.
takes me back, Tyson, to whether there have been any restrictions on your part. So
Yeah, no, that I've said that no old pard, do what you want to me. Batter me if you can. And that's it.
And in terms of going into the match itself, give us your tactics now. How are you going to break him down?
I'm going to come out circling, feint him a couple of times, see how he reacts to that. This is a monster among men. He's a giant man. I've got speed on my side, athleticism. I'm taller, better looking. Everything's on my side, apart from if he grabs me in a bear hug and smashes me to the floor, then I'm dead. But yeah, it's going to be good. It's going to be a good fight, and I'm looking forward to it. And everyone's going to be surprised because I've got something up my sleeve.
Great stuff. Thanks for your time.
Cheers, Mike. All the best.